So happy Christmas. I love your baby. I couldn't see a better time when all our dreams come true.
We're rolling.
We're rolling.
What's up?
We didn't even do the hour of prayer. Okay, well,
let's do a 2-second prayer.
Ooh, somebody's trying to kill Christmas. Well, slap a number on it. Let's go.
Number 200.
Whoa, that's it.
That is it.
That was the goal.
Here we go.
Good night, folks. Thank you.
Double C note.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Double C note. You know, C note.
Double C note?
Is that what C note is? 100?
Oh, yeah, I guess
C-note?
it is, yeah.
That's what all the kids are saying.
Hi, Heidi.
Hi.
Just came in, right?
Yep.
Wow. From
Phoenix.
Wow.
Yep.
Heidi's back. Woo! So excited right now.
Where are we going, y'all?
That's straight. Straight through two.
Austin.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're playing a private party tonight. Well, it was a private party up until night before last, and they told us it wasn't. So I guess there's about 20 tickets left, or 10 tickets left or something. So, yeah, so the Cowboys are having their annual bash, and we're going in. We haven't seen a lot of these people in years. We used to see them all the time at No Irish Pub, 4th Street in Austin. Actually, some of the lyrics from Sweet 16 off Blackmatic are from that very pub.
The alleyway.
Yes. Living, loving, loading, lying, and licking in an alleyway. Anyway, we're heading to Austin, and just got Heidi in. Turbo's back from a week out in Phoenix. The lovely missus.
Yep.
And boy, everybody said that we got the YouTube stars in the back. We got Mr. Sapp.
TikTok stars.
We got Mr.
Mr. Sack, that was funny. I laughed.
Yeah, we got the drummer extraordinaire. We got the drum your own way.
Drum your own way.
Right.
Wow, well done.
Yeah. It's
You just moved higher up on my list, and you're pretty high.
Whoa, I'm pretty high. I'll give you that. I don't know if you kids spend a lot of time on YouTube. I certainly don't. If you do, yeah, you should start by hitting subscribe on this thing.
Yeah.
But also go check out the kids here. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do, but it needs revamping, so don't visit it yet.
All right, yeah, don't go there yet. Hey, episode 200. Kids, we made it. We never thought we'd live this long. And here we are, weekly talk show with Blaggards, the number 200. It's going to start today. We're just going to go from a different angle here. We're going to start with young Turbo in the back, newest Blaggard. Turbo, just if you would, just give us the police report on your. Just give us like a.
Oh man.
Yeah, just give us a quick.
Give us the APB.
Yeah, what would the cops be saying about you right now if
I've never been arrested.
Yeah, well,
I've had 3 traffic tickets in my whole life.
in one day.
I think that's it. That's it.
Might be true for me too.
I've never been in trouble. I've always seemed to avoid that. Evade that, maybe, actually.
Yeah.
Outrun it. He's got a really fast car.
I have a twin brother, so he takes the rap for me. It's like my stand-in, so.
You go, Kurt.
Yeah. You remember his name?
I'm on it.
Man, dude, this guy's on fire. I like this guy. I grew up in Arizona, and not too far from Miss Heidi over there.
Zony.
Lake Havasu. And, started playing drums there, and traveled around in a couple different bands, mostly doing back in the late 90s punk rock era. So, huge.
Name of the bands?
Strung Out, Face to Face.
Fuck.
I say Descendants?
Nope.
Yes. Star to Rise Against. That was kind of late 90s, maybe early 2000s. But kind of the main bands I listened to. And I got to meet some cool people, played some really cool shows. Played on stage with bands like Pennywise, AFI, some really cool bands back then. And so I was super stoked. I was always kind of the young kid in the band.
Still are.
There you go. Traveled around all over, man. We got in the van and toured all around and just tried to go show to show, really in a nutshell, and played as much as we could. Man, we would do 2-3 shows in a day. We'd play coffee houses, acoustic, just to keep playing as much as we could, to bookstores, to clubs at night. It didn't matter. We would play on the side of the road. We didn't care. And then I moved up to Washington, and I played in a couple different Irish bands up there, and just played different bands. And now I'm out in Texas, crushing it with Blaggards.
What were those bands?
I played with 2 main bands up there. One was called Five Pine Mary. That was kind of my first Irish band I got into. They were a little more trad, and they kind of taught me a lot about the music style. And you know, I came from completely different styles, so they kind of helped me transition into that. And then, so thanks Michael and Sarah, the late Michael. He's no longer with us, but man, he was just an awesome dude. Lovely guy. So you are missed. Then I moved up to, I filled in for a show. Five Pine Mary was playing with a band that was opening for him called Boghoppers. They asked me, hey, do you want to drum with us tonight? And I said, let's do it. So before the show, we ran through a couple songs in their tour van, and we just went for it. And I ended up moving, about less than a year later, I moved up to where they were located up in Washington near Seattle, and I messaged them, and they said, come join the band. So I joined them for a couple years. And we got to go to Ireland, toured around, and played some cool shows with them. It was super fun.
Cool.
Going to Ireland, that sounds fun. We should do that again.
Are we doing that?
Yeah. That's great.
I got my ticket. I'm going to come watch.
Yeah.
No, it was good times, man. You meet good people, you play shows, and, you know, different personalities, and different styles. And I've been pretty fortunate to be able to meet some really good people. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think that's the main thing, is try to learn from them, and you know, everyone has their own way of how they see things, and you know, you try to blend your way with them and write songs together.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's my story. Now I'm in Texas. I own a dental lab, so I run a dental laboratory. I know it sounds weird, but
What's it called?
Contour Balance Dental Laboratory, and I make teeth by day and play music by night. And so shout out to my team there, because without them I wouldn't be able to do this, and so they make it happen. So kudos to them. And I'm actually in the middle of building out a new facility, so I can see some rehearsals taking place in this awesome building. So
Killer.
I know I make jokes about that, but usually jokes, there's truth behind it. So
Yeah.
when I say rehearsal studio, I'm like, we may have a place to practice as well, so
Nice.
just an additional spot. But
Yeah.
Cool.
Love it.
it's cool.
That's exciting too, because you know when we met you, you were actually just at breaking teeth, and now you're making teeth. So that's good. Yeah, it's exciting. And so Heidi, we got lucky. We were supposed to have you in a couple of weeks back, and could not make that happen. You got stuck in Phoenix. Well, now you're here. Can you give us a little, you know, for our 200th anniversary? Can you give us a Heidi, you know, the Heidi rap sheet?
Oh gosh. Well, about 200 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that old yet.
Since you're 22 years old.
Gosh, I don't know. So I think you guys know I'm classically trained. I didn't start violin until like 11 years old, which is considered a little later, but and so yeah, I played classical music pretty much only until about a little before 2010, I think, or sometime around 2010. Someone asked if I could try Irish fiddle. I said, sure. So then I got into playing the Irish music, and then that led to country music, and that led to Irish trad, so, and other stuff, just improv, jazz, whatever. So I basically now I freelance in Phoenix. I'll fill in for the West Valley Symphony here and there, and play with different bands, and then I'm lucky enough to be a blaggard. I finally got to be a blaggard.
For those of you that don't know, do you remember how we met?
Yes, we met at Rosie McCaffrey's. I was there with some friends, and you guys were going through Phoenix. I don't know why, but you were.
Yeah.
And my friends told you guys that I played fiddle. I said, no, I don't. Brandy was playing with you guys then.
That's right.
She let me borrow her fiddle. And you said, what songs do you know? And I'm like, I don't know. Was it Whiskey in the Jar? And
Yes.
probably
Call it, girl.
Drunken Sailor, probably.
Oh, Drunken Sailor, okay.
And I don't think I knew them in the same keys, but I was like, okay, I'll play it. Yeah, you guys accommodated me because I didn't know your versions of them.
Did you play out there? Out there?
Yeah, they made me get up on stage with them.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's how I met her.
Yeah, that's how we met. And I was like, oh, poor guys. But no, they kept in touch. And then you asked me to tour at one point, and I couldn't. That was probably around 2016, 2017. And I couldn't do it. And then January of 2020, you asked again, and I said, yes, I can do it now. I can do it.
Yeah.
Leave the kid at home. No kidding.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic hit, like a month later.
We really did. We had tour after tour booked, and then we get shut down again. Yeah. So I called Heidi on a regular basis and go, hey, this isn't me. This isn't me canceling this shit. This isn't, you know. And she said, I know. So it was nice that we kept doing it. But I think you might have even got us the gig at Rosie, or told us about Rosie McCaffrey's. Because
I don't think I even knew you.
Okay.
Yeah, I met you there that night, so I didn't even know you yet.
Okay. That's so I'm getting mixed up from later on, because later on you introduced us to our friend that owns the Dubliner.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was. Just a phenomenal meeting, and yeah, we were just blown away by your. Again, it was just very nice of Brandy as well to let you know. It's strange for a non-musician to hear this, but to me, it's a huge sign of respect to let somebody play your instrument. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know why that always sounds sexual to me. Maybe I'm just still that 14-year-old boy, but you just don't let anybody play your gear. So, right. So very nice of that. And then I just remember being blown away by your precision and your sense of time. We had Mike McAloon playing drums, and Mike is still as a dear friend, but Mike is one of those guys. He's a pocket player, and other drummers will say, "Wow, he doesn't really hit that much," but he doesn't hit that hard. But God, he's a great player. I've never heard a drummer say say a bad word about him.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase it. I've never heard a good drummer say a bad thing about him. So there you go on that. But anyway, so that was good, and we obviously stayed in touch. And the other thing is too, when you put personalities in a van in small spaces on stages, and you put this is a really, really, really tough industry to stay positive. You know, if you're married, I would suggest at least 2 bathrooms if you can do it, or separate. 2 sinks. Worst case scenario, but just get yourself, if you can. That's the way you don't kill it. The same thing in a band. Get yourself a little space of people that can enjoy their own space, but also work well in a situation like that. This is not easy. This is not easy. I know they make it look easy, but it's not. So anyway, long story short, Chad and I have been through every single personality, every single style player, every player that can do it but didn't, or said they would and didn't, or promised they would and couldn't. We've had everything, and it's just so nice to have people that go, yeah, let's do that, let's make that happen, and they fucking do. It's such a breath of fresh air. So we just thought for episode 200 it'd be nice to and if you didn't see last week's too, we were going to turn this into a bi-weekly thing so we could have a little bit more of a precise, targeted conversation about the topic du jour. However, we've just decided that we're going to just really put what we can into, as much as we can, into these weekly things, and make SlapperCast something that's going to just grow with us. So we're going to have to do a lot of these in
vancasts.
Just so we can get we can take you with us on the road. Speaking of that, sign up for Ireland. Dennis is standing by right now, 24 hours a day to take your call.
Blaggards.com.
Yes, that's right. And he's very excited about it. He's talking about a second bus, kids.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Dos. So
nice.
So we're we just want to get those names in there so we just want to make sure everybody's taken care of, and we're going to make sure that it will be. It's always a trip of a lifetime, but we want to make sure that every single need is met and beyond. delivered beyond expectation. So that's that.
Yeah.
And then also we do want to say big congratulations to Laurie, Merch Maiden, who successfully made it through surgery. She's now Mr. Laurie, and no, she's healing quickly. Yeah, she had a little procedure done, and we're just you know, at that age, you know, 26, 27.
Yeah.
She's at that age where, you know, where things just they can be an emergency or not, and it's turned out not to be an emergency, and she's on the mend. But we just wanted to say, Laurie, we're delighted you're doing well. You made it through.
Love you, Laurie.
What else are we missing? Are we gonna kill?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. All right, who's going first? Who's gonna kill first?
I'll go first.
You go first.
Yeah.
All right.
So this song came on.
The last shall be first.
What?
The last shall be first.
The last shall be first. There we go.
All right.
I'm going Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy. That's what I'm doing.
Skater Boy?
Skater Boy. There was a time in my life where I liked this song.
Yeah.
I used to listen to it, and then it came on, and I didn't get through it. I changed it on the radio. I was like, oh, dang. I've hit that point in my life where I'm not cool anymore. So, I'm killing that song.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember that song.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't.
I used to like that song too.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
So that's the kill. What are you gonna bring back?
Oh, I gotta bring one back. You just got me thinking when I was telling my story. You know, I worked with the late Jim Cherry. You know, he was guitar player, pulley, bass player, strung out, and when he left strung out, he started his own band called Zero Down, and so I'm actually gonna resurrect the band. They did one album and a band called Zero Down. You should check it out.
Zero Down?
Zero Down.
Okay.
And I'll send you the MP3s.
All right.
But super cool guy. Just one of those guys that's like brutally honest, and you know, and you got to appreciate those kind of people. You know, I remember when we first started working with them, and we our band opened for this band Pulley, and I couldn't even believe we were able to get this show, but more people than we've ever played in front of. And afterward, we begged him to work with our band, so he actually invited us out to California, and he's like, I'll work with you guys. And I remember the first day we were there, he jumped up out of his producer chair, and he's like, everybody out. And we're all like freaking out, like, what happened? And he's like, this song needs a drum fill to start it. And he just leaned over to me, and I was probably a late teenager. You know, I'm just like this little twerpy kid, kind of the same now, just younger. And it's like, he's like, if you don't play something I like in the next 10 minutes, you and the band's out of here. And he just kicked everybody out. And one guy in my band's older, he just leaned over to me, he's like, don't mess this up. I was just terrified. And then next thing you know, we were working together, and then he's like, all right, invite everybody back in. We had this song called Lifetime. I'll have to send it to you guys. It was really good.
That's amazing.
It came out really cool. And so, anyway, so you got me thinking about that today when you wanted me to talk about my story. So anyway, Zero Down. It's
Okay.
means a lot to me.
Very cool.
So it's a good band.
Excellent.
Next.
All right, I'm gonna kill a song. I just you know, anything by Elton John is good to kill. Just because of the enormity of the song and the endless radio play, endless airplay. Could give a damn about it. It's Rocket Man.
No.
Good night, goodbye, good luck, see ya. You know, I've seen him on a talk show. I've seen him live too. I'm embarrassed to say. I've seen him on talk shows, and they've had him just, you know, threw lyric ideas at him and had him come up with something on the fly, and everything sounds like beginning of Rocket Man or so. I've never been a fan, and I made the mistake of let me say that a young lady I knew made a mistake of bringing me to his show where it was just him. That's it.
No band.
Him and a piano. I'd much rather see Rick Allen juggle than actually that'd be pretty cool. I'd much rather see, I don't know, Turtle Race or something than that guy. It's awful. Sorry, I'm not a fan, so it's not. And it's not that the songs aren't good, it's just that they're so overplayed. And that was the end of that. The song I want to bring back is a song that I've been trying to get my daughter to sing as a duet with me. It's a song called Lonesome Rider by a band called Volbeat. Volbeat. European band, very, very popular right now. They opened for Ghost when we saw them in Sugarland, and tremendous concert, good live band, great guitar tone. If you like heavy rock and good vocals and interesting, it's good. But it's really nice harmonies on it, and it's a very, very, very groovy number. And I just think that trying to convince my daughter she can sing, which I know she can, but I just want her to get out and do it. So Lonesome Rider, Volbeat.
Cool.
All right, who's next?
Well, I guess that'd be me.
That's gonna be you.
This camera goes
From the top. 3, 2, 1.
Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna kill Jack and Diane.
Yes.
I just don't like it. I never have.
Who sings it?
John Mellencamp.
John Cougar Mellencamp.
His name was John Cougar at the time.
See? I win a prize. What do you win?
I don't know. I
He
just
hated
don't.
that name.
I just don't like it. Anytime I hear it, it's like, nope.
Yeah.
Next. Okay, so I was gonna resurrect something and then I changed my mind.
Ooh.
I know. I think I've already said I love Billy Joel on these podcasts, but
Yeah.
there's a song I heard. I was driving one day somewhere. Pressure. Billy Joel's Pressure. I've always, since I heard it recently, I mean, I've heard it a million times, but the last time I heard it, I thought, okay, someday I'm going to do a violin cover. Yes, with that. And I've been wanting to do that. So
I
that's
love
the
that
song.
song.
Yeah, me too. And I had forgotten about it. So that's my resurrection for today.
Nice.
And stay tuned for my violin cover. That will probably take me 3 years to do. But you never know. Maybe not.
It's 3-year mark right now.
Yeah.
Starting the clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Much agreed. Love that song.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
And just to Allentown as
Yep.
well.
Yeah.
That whole record.
Yeah, that whole but that song, Pressure and Allentown,
Yep.
to me, I spoke a few episodes back about a song that will place you in another area in your mind, and you can sometimes feel it, taste it, see it, think it, breathe it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Where that
Yeah.
thing it just engulfs you, that feeling engulfs you, and you're moved to a different. Anyway, those two songs are so incredibly meaningful to me, just because they're so powerful.
They are.
It's such a. Anyway, sorry. I could go on for hours. They are just, but they're quite brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Nylon Curtain is a record that those two are off of. Highly
Right.
recommend. I do not recommend this traffic though.
Chad's turn.
Oh.
Flip
okay.
it.
I'm gonna kill Living Next Door to Alice by Smokey. So you gave me that idea when you talking about the Fido songs. That was one that was constantly played at Fido.
And requested.
Oh God. Yeah, people, you know who the fuck is Alice? Fuck no, we don't.
Oh, yeah. That song.
Yeah.
And yeah, just really obnoxious. Enough said about that. The song I'm going to resurrect is Joe Cool by Vince Guaraldi. Vince Guaraldi is the guy who did the brilliant, wonderful jazz music that was all Charlie Brown cartoons from the 60s and 70s.
Oh.
And he is a very, I mean, a lot of people know that music, but they may not know his name. And he unfortunately died rather young. I can't remember why. Might have been a heart attack or something, but he was absolutely brilliant. And he came to mind because I was thinking of Christmas stuff. And it was my favorite Christmas music is the stuff from the Charlie Brown Christmas special that Vince did. It's just great music. And but for one of the later Charlie Brown cartoons, he did a song called Joe Cool, on which he actually sang. And he didn't sing very often on his records. Even his solo records, he didn't sing very much. But he had a really great voice. And I never knew. I heard that song growing up. I never knew it was actually him singing it. I knew he wrote it, but I know it's him singing that song.
Really?
So go listen to Joe Cool by Vince Guaraldi. It's really good, really groovy, great rhythm section on it. It's good stuff, man. You don't hear music like that on cartoons, especially anymore. Good old Vince.
All right.
Nice.
I don't know the
Thanks.
cartoons. I don't know. I know the name. I don't know the cartoons, so I'm not familiar with the music. But yeah, it's you know, when Turbo was talking about these 90s bands, I know I've heard of them, and I could probably I couldn't pick them out if you played them for me, but you know, I could definitely pick out the genre and the timestamp.
Yeah.
You know, because it was such a. I was still working in the bars back then.
Well,
so.
you would know. Ba 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 ba. Does that ring a bell at all?
No, it sounds like you were trying to rap.
Really? You don't know that? Yeah. That's Linus and Lucy. That's a theme there most people know from from the trailer.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 90s punk.
So did I. I was like, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
I was digging through the file folders in my brain going,
Oh, you don't recognize that either?
no, now I know it is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Peanuts song.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't.
That one, I got
yeah.
that now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
okay.
never saw any of those cartoons.
Right.
So I don't.
You probably just didn't get them in Ireland when you were growing up.
Yeah, I know that, but I just I still thought I would, because there's some shows that we didn't get that I still know what they are, and
Like obviously we know Dallas is really big over there, right?
Dallas was huge.
So Dallas and A-Team.
They still have their special branch out looking for the JR's killer.
Dallas A-Team, right?
Oh yeah,
And,
Starsky and Hutch, all that stuff.
But I was surprised, like, you didn't know, because that's right, Jimbo and I were playing this theme. We're playing the theme to Barney Miller, and you didn't recognize that, and we were surprised.
No, well, you guys played it so poorly.
Yeah, I played it
I'm
poorly.
just kidding. No, it's no. I didn't know what it was. I still don't know. But yeah, those theme shows too. The Dallas Melody and the A-Team. So all that stuff was actually pretty good. And I remember hearing some TV show, and I'm glad I can't remember the name of the TV show, and I can't remember the tune or whatever they were screaming into the thing. But my God, I felt like an old man, because it was fucking horrible. The vocals were out of tune, but it was one of those, and then there was the harmony of it, that kind of Blink-182, we were talking about earlier, that kind of pop punk thing, but it was just really badly done. It was a terrible fucking show as well. It was just so predictable. It was a kid watching it, and I was just sitting there going, somebody dies today. This is awful. So because the stuff I grew up on, stuff I listen to even now, is just so far removed from that.
Yeah.
And again, I know my mother would. I can't say my mother. My mother loves a lot of the stuff I listen to. So
yeah,
death metal and heavy metal and rock and all that. So she loves that stuff. My dad definitely not. So I can sympathize.
Oh, you should tell the story. You should tell the story on the podcast really early on. But the time you came home.
Oh yeah.
And you could hear your Iron Maiden record playing from down the road.
That was the. If you're my age, God help you, remember to take your Centrum Silver. But we had the big tall it was the tower, with the double cassette recorder and the
Pioneer.
Yeah. Ours was a big silver Sony thing with two big speakers that are about 4 feet high, and just amazing system, and just everything sounded great on there. Cassette, radio, LPs, whatever it was. And also in that time, around that time, it was a cardinal sin. You do not play anybody's records. You don't touch them. You don't look at them. You don't, and God forbid if you do, you don't put it, you got to put it back the way you found it. You got to wipe it off with the felt.
Because they were so easy to damage.
Yeah. And the other thing is too, you saved up and you bought it, and you so I'm coming up from school one day, and I remember a beige, army style backpack, and no books in it. It was just a drug paraphernalia, I'm sure, pistol, vibrating summit, and I'm coming off the sky, and I heard as clear as day Phantom of the Opera by Iron Maiden blaring, and I was like, "There's only one fucking house on this fucking road that's playing that fucking," and I know what, and it's the live version.
How far away were you when you noticed?
It's probably 700 yards, 800. I mean,
okay.
So I'm walking out, and I'm getting angrier with every step. And I go bursting in the door. What the fuck is this? And there's nobody in the house. Just my mother. I was like, oh. And she looks at me and she says, hey. And I was like, you're not going to tell your mother.
Yeah.
You're not going to, And I said,
right on.
You like this? And she goes, oh yeah, this is great. This is my favorite song.
That's so great.
I know.
I love that story.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But she's always been a huge supporter of this band, and always been a big supporter of, just stuff that I did. I was never that, cocaine or pilled kid, or, any of that shit, you know.
Right.
She was very easy to get along with, and you know, when I found out other kids my age how much their parents shot them down for growing their hair or listening to loud, you know, especially the album covers back in the time, they were all trying to, much like they are still today.
Yeah.
Everybody's to out gore everybody else, or out, you know, just shock everybody else to get ahead. Otherwise, you stay in that, you know, you stay in the unknown, and you can't have that as an artist. So, she was always a big fan of this kind of music, and on and on and on. So. And she's probably listening to this too, so
yes.
No cursing.
Hello, Ann.
Dude,
So-
I love that story. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, she's a very hip young lady.
Dude, that's rad.
Yeah.
Just
So,
imagine your face when you walk in.
oh yeah. Well, you get to meet her in October too. So we were talking about Ireland earlier. She has for all 8 of our Ireland trips, she's come to the airport to meet us.
Aw.
So
Heck yeah.
you walk out there and it's like, Mom, put your shirt down. You know, it's like, stop it. So what did we do? We got to meet everybody. We got to know everybody a little bit today. We got to episode 200. You've already hit the subscribe button. I know you have.
Yes.
And you signed up for Ireland. And if by the time you get this, we'll have already played Conroe's 25th, 6th anniversary. And we hope that you will stay in touch with us, because we're going to get Heidi back here ASAP.
Yeah.
And we're also going to come out to see her next month.
That's right.
Very
Yeah.
excited about that. Turbo, are we going on a road trip?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Fucking right, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I can't wait. So yeah, keep your ear to the ground. Keep your nose clean. Keep your powder dry. And
We're coming for you,
Yeah.
Arizona.
Yes, here we go. Bisbee, Phoenix, El Paso,
All the Arizona peeps.
San
we'll
Angelo.
see you there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
See you next
Thanks
time.
for listening. Oh, and also big thanks to our Patreon crew.
Yes, thank you so much.
Don't forget, if Santa doesn't bring what you want, just go get yourself a bass player. All right. Good night.
Good night.